I used to work at Gym Shopping Network. It's the one channel that would be playing at 3 a.m. when you accidentally wake up. But there's some people that actually watch the show. They call the number at the bottom left of the screen. They try to order the jewelry that they see being presented on the turntable. And then I'm the one that facilitates that sale. I made the company $8.5 million in sales, but I didn't even see 0.5% of that in my commissions. I made a total of $38,250 in commissions. But the skills I learned from that job are gonna make me way more than $8.5 million over the course of my lifetime. Currently, I'm a real estate agent, but sales is sales. And no matter what industry you're in, it'll apply because sales is sales. I am so green. There are people who've been doing it for 30 years. I am no expert, but I have learned tricks and tips and read books, and I can sit on what I do know, which is I did sell $8.5 million to inbound leads. So I do know, and I believe I'm a professional at inbound leads. Before we get into the video, my filmer told me to tell y'all to like the video if you like it, dislike the video if you don't like it, comment something because it helps the algorithm, and please subscribe. Now let's get into the video. All right, so now let's talk about Tonality. So when I first started this job, it was my first sales job. I started the job just like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street.
Something just came across my desk, John.
And so that tone would immediately turn them off and they just click on the phone like, I'm done with this guy. So then I was like, oh, I'm not getting any sales. All these other people are around me doing the same thing. They're not getting any sales. So I tried this complete opposite end where I pretended not to care, where I was like, hey, I got this for you. Do you want it? They're like, yeah, you know, I'll think about it, like whatever. And so I tried to be like too cool, and so nobody wanted it. So then I just went right in the middle and I just played myself, and I was just like, hey, what's going on, Captain? You doing good? Like, I see this stone, you typically like this. The point of it is that I was acting like I was their friend, sitting in their living room watching the show together. I wasn't BSing them. I actually was just staying connected. I didn't try to sound like I was trying to sell them on anything or sound uninterested either. I just acted like I was Tristan. We connected. If they wanted it, they wanted it. If they didn't, they didn't. That's cool. So whenever I got my tonality correct and I started just talking normal, I started making a lot more sales. It was just exponential. And that was over the phone, which works really, really well for outbound sales now that I'm a real estate agent and I'm doing cold calls. I hear all the time from my prospects, oh, I have all these people calling me, hey, this is Tristan from Keller Williams, blah, 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 and instantly hang up the phone. But whenever I come along saying, hey, this is Tristan, blah, blah, like just talking like as if I'm talking to him, they're way more receptive and they listen to me on the phone. The most obvious one for all things sales is objections. If you've ever been in the sales industry, you've heard the term objections, obstacles, whatever you want to call them, it's all the same thing. It's when you're trying to sell someone something, but they have a reason not to buy it. Whether they need to think about it, it's the price, it's the value, they need to ask their wife or husband. There's always a reason not to buy something. So it's your job as a salesperson to walk them through why they should or should not buy it. So I very quickly realized that there's only so many objections that people can have. For jewelry, it was, the price is too much, this is not the right stone for me, I'm just looking around. It's all the same stuff. But I realized you can literally just write down all the objections that they could come up with and then come up with responses for each of those. So then whenever they say the objection, you don't have to be like, you already know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say the objections or they're gonna get it. There's no in between. But specifically, they call in, they ask to see this piece of jewelry, I show it to them, I'm like, hey, do you want it? They're like, no, it's a little too expensive. Or no, my wife said I can't get it. Okay, then I handle that objection. I've already written down every single objection that they could say to me. I don't gotta think about it, it's already in my head. I've already thought through all the scripts that I could say, so I don't seem put off whenever they say these. I already know they're gonna say it. Or they're gonna say, yeah, I'll take it. And cool, what card do you wanna put it on? The biggest takeaway I had from the whole time I was there is predicated on this book called Go for No. The main story that sticks with me is about this sales rep who works at a retail shop. He's selling fur coats, and a client comes in and orders a fur coat and then a belt and then shoes. And then he made more than anybody else that month or whatever it is. And everyone's celebrating his sale because it's like, wow, he spent that much money, that's crazy. But the manager comes up to him and says, what did he say no to? The guy says, nothing. He said yes to everything. And the manager said, what did he say no to? The way I applied that story to my job at Gym Shopping that I will always use in real estate or any other sales industry that I ever end up in is this one lady called in the phones and said, hey, I want that $5,000 bracelet, which is like a big sale, but it's not a sale worth celebrating. But I had just finished reading that book that day and read that story. So I said, hey, there's actually a pair of earrings that match that bracelet. It's $3,000 more, do you want it? And she said, yes, no hesitation. And so I said, oh, she's saying no hesitation at now 8 grand. So I said, okay, cool. But there's now a matching ring for $10,000. Do you want that as well? She said, yes. So now I'm at 18 grand. And I'm like, awesome. I could tell you like really nice stuff. How about the sapphire? I don't care if you have a sapphire in your collection. This is the best sapphire we have. And I go through the whole spiel. It was like 57 grand. She offers 46. We take it. And so now she just spent whatever that math is that quick, no hesitation. So then I show her this even bigger, bolder ruby. And I said, look, this is the best ruby we have. Is this something you want? She said, yes. So then I offered her one more thing and she finally said, no, I don't want this. And I said, okay, no problem. I don't know if you have diamonds though. We have a very nice diamond necklace. It would be perfect for any outfit that you wear. And she said, okay, I'll take that as well. And I said, awesome. Well, there's actually earrings that go with it. You just want to go and get those as well. And she said, yeah, I'll take that. And so I offered one more thing and she said no. And I offered another thing. She's like, no, I really am good. So then I was like, okay, awesome. You're actually done. I know she's done. I took that sale from $5,000 to $180,000. And then I applied that same technique for the rest of the time I was at gym shopping for every single sale. I don't stop until they say no. So if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. Whether you liked it or did not like it, leave a comment and down below telling me what you think. If you hated it, leave some hate. If you loved it, please tell me why you loved it, what point was your favorite, what takeaway was your favorite. And again, my filmer told me to ask you to subscribe. It really does help. So thank you guys so much. My name's Tristan. Okay, never mind. He told me to also ask for a like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.